Hello everyone. Sorry, got a little bit of a cold going here. All right, this video is for the Picasso vase La Femme. And I've got my watercolor paper here. And I've got some skin tone mixed up, and skin tone is entirely up to you. You can mix up whatever color you want. I did some white with some little bit of brown and got kind of a light brown. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with the head shape, and it's just going to be a big old circle here. So, big circle, and I'm going to fill it in. You're going to be putting hair on the outside of a lot of it, so if the edges aren't perfect, no worries. Go ahead and have the kids just take up as much paper as they want. Most folks have been not painting around the person, the extra blue, and that is totally okay. Gives them more time to focus on their person. All right, so got my giant peachy blob here. Next thing I'm going to do is add a neck. I'm going to do that with just 2 little swishes and then fill it in. Okay, and then I'm going to carry this on down here, kind of to the sides, and I'm going to make her shoulders. Let's get this where you can see it. Let's make that shoulder a little higher up. She's kind of got some linebacker shoulders here. That's okay. So many different types of shoulders. Whatever you make is perfectly fine. And of course, fill it in. We used to tell the kids, swish, swish like a fish with your paintbrush. And I like to go all in the same direction. That way I don't have any suddenly, strange brush strokes. All my brush strokes are strange in the same direction. All right, once you get your kind of base person drawn out there, we're going to go back and add to her. Now I am going to go ahead and do the hair so that the inside face part has a little bit longer to dry. And her hair was a brown. And a lovely brown. And you see on the original vase, it goes up and there's the little pour spout right there, and the hair comes down. So in honor of that, I usually do kind of like a big, and then I usually do like a little divot right there. But the kids have told me it looks kind of weird, so we're just going to kind of do a big round thing. And I did, one of the kids did a really cute one where they did kind of little parenthesis shapes here, and then they did a bigger poof up here, and that looked really cute. So experiment, change your hair up, make it look cool, make it whatever looks cool to you. So I'm going to take my brown, I'm going to start over here on the side, and I'm just going to start going up. And of course, filling it in. And to me, especially on hair, if you get a few brush strokes, It just makes it look more like hair. But that's my opinion on the matter. Of course, if you want to use a bigger brush, you could have this done in a couple of strokes. I find it to be relaxing, so I tend to use a smaller brush for me. And it gives me a little break from talking. And of course, you can purposefully go in if you want and add some little brush strokes. Give her a part line. You know, whatever sounds good to you as far as the hair goes. All right, since I've got my brown out, there's some brown parts on the face. And let me get this a little bit out of the way right here. Okay. There's some brown parts on the face. We've got the nose is in brown and the eyelid. And then I guess this is the brow bone because that's the eyebrow. So we can go ahead and do the nose, the eyelid, and the brow bone in our brown since we got that out. Now, the eyelid and the brow bone, they are just little, okay? It's kind of like just a little parenthesis shape. Although if you want to do the eyelid part as just a straight across, that looks good too. All right, so right on here, I'm going to do some brown for the eyelid. And then above that, I'm going to do that brow bone. And I'm going to come over here and do something similar, hopefully. And then the nose is really just kind of a slash across for the bottom part and just an upward slash for the middle. All right. Now, he does have a bit of black for the eyebrows. So if you want to bust out some black for that, I'm going to add in that eyebrow. And this is why I don't, mess with my own eyebrows, because I'm not the best at them, but they're on there, so that'll work. All right, now the majority, pretty much everything else that we're going to be doing is with the blue. So let me pause this while I wash my brush. Okay, so now the rest of it is going to be with the blue. Let's go ahead and finish up that face. So we've got kind of round circles here for the eyes, and how I like to make circles is just to take the end of the paintbrush and dip it in the paint, and then that way all you have to do is touch it to the paper. And voila, little round circles. Okay. The other part on her face that is blue are her lips, because she must have been quite cold. It was just a stylistic choice. So I do these just kind of, again, with basically just our parentheses shapes, and then just fill them in. And you can get more creative if you want. I always like when people get more creative. All right, so that is our face. The only other parts on the vase part here is we've got some kind of hair breadths up here, and then we've got a necklace down here. So I'm just going to dip my brush, and for the barrettes, I'm just going to kind of dot and lift because it's a little bit closer to the original shape. Of course, now it's not doing very well, but still. And you can make as many or as few of these as you want. Brush is not cooperating, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to make these a little bit more almost teardrop shape. Yeah. Or instead of doing a bunch of these little things, you could do kind of a headband. And it doesn't even have to be like all the way across. You could have it start kind of in the middle and go across like it's coming out of her hair. You could do the headbands all the way across. Like I said, if you did the kind of the poofier, you could do it across as like a ribbon. That's up to you. The necklace part is also kind of just teardrop shape. And so what I would do would be just like that and fill it in. And fill it in. Of course, if you are working with little kids that are not going to do this, you could do just like a straight across for like a choker, or just draw a little half circle or something like that. Now, her torso down here is fairly bare looking, so if you wanted, you could add like a nightgown or a ball gown or something and then fill that in. You could go down the side and on the outside and fill that in as kind of an outside coat. You can give her whatever you want down there to make yours look the way you want it to. Now, if you wanted to really fill in the rest, you could do some blue on the outside or not. Most folks have just been sticking with this face right here. Anyway, I hope you have fun with it no matter what you do.